All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My first ever talk. This is very exciting. So, a little bit about me. Here we go. I'm a senior media exec at Rocket Mill, a full-service agency. I've been there for the last 2.5 years, working across search, social, and YouTube for various different clients and scopes. Experience in international market expansion, mainly in Asia Pacific and Latin America. Outside of my day-to-day, I'm very passionate about elevating the voices of people of color and leading on the ethnicity and religious diversity pillar at the agency. I'm Brazilian and proud, and also a Brighton local, so I'd be thrilled to give you one more food and drink recommendation. But on to today's topic, so the Meta Advantage Plus product suite. So as we all know, there's been plenty of changes in targeting from iOS, interests, detailed demographics, and Google gets a lot of airtime. But today we'll be talking about this AI-powered set of ad products from Meta, which in theory is here to help you connect with the right people at the right time and at the right place. So what is actually Advantage Plus targeting? So you can combine your unique customer knowledge with the power of AI to help it reach the most relevant users. So it transforms your inputs into suggestions. So picture this, Meta actually listening to your opinion, it behaving like your superhero sidekick there to help you catch all the best opportunities. But of course, it's not going to give up all control. As with most advertising products these days, it's all a bit of a black box and the machine wants as much control as possible. So initially when it was released, you couldn't control anything, but Meta quickly realized that there is a minimum age requirement for some products and services. And there's also a location requirement. Obviously, you don't want to be spending your advertising budget in areas where you can't actually fulfill that product or service. So it gave back some control in terms of age, location, language, and exclusions. Now imagine a scenario here with me, everyone. You work at a hat company, and your CEO has said that this quarter they want to sell as many bucket hats as possible. Sell me bucket hats, they say. So you get your audience insights team together, you build a persona, you get all your research together and you come up with this targeting. These are the people that are going to buy the most bucket hats on Meta. Men, age 25 to 65 plus. Perhaps they're interested in fishing and outdoor activities. Maybe they live in locations near water. And you add in your website visitors in there as retargeting. Now, without Advantage Plus audiences, this is who you're probably going to reach. So with Advantage Plus audiences, you add in those inputs and they become signals. There are more people out there that want to buy bucket hats, such as the outdoor survivalist, the festival goer, and maybe even Tyler the Creator. Advantage Plus audiences is here to help you catch those potentially missed opportunities. Okay, so on to an example within the agency. A home insurance client, they'd previously run Advantage shopping campaigns as well as persona targeting really successfully. And it revealed to them that female-led creative and the ages between 55 and 65 plus year olds were their sweet spot. Those drove the highest engagement. So they fed those signals, they fed those learnings into an Advantage Plus targeting campaign, and that turned out to be their second highest in terms of number of sales, and it drove their cheapest CPM. So to recap, Advantage Plus is here to help you catch those users that may fall outside of your targeting constrictions. It saves time and effort, not only from the build perspective, but from all that initial research as well. And it can drive more sales and revenue. So that was Advantage Plus. Now going on to Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, which I'll refer to as ASC because that is a mouthful. This is the newer kid in town. It's pitched as end-to-end or campaign automation. And it's here to be your sales superstar. So picture that superhero sidekick. It's now got sales superstar added to its inventory pack. It knows exactly who to target and how to make your products look super attractive. And you get to be the mastermind behind it all and watch those sales roll in. So how can it fit in your funnel? You can have it as your catch-all campaign to capture that wider audience. And you can also strategically test it against your BAU type campaigns. And what I mean by that is that the machine learning behind ASC has so many signals passing through it that it's much faster at learning things like creative, placements, demographics. And you can use those learnings and feed those into your BAU campaigns to make your whole mix work better. So if you've got that ASC running and you see that a certain creative is driving so many conversions, feed that into your retargeting campaign. But of course, you can control even less. So you've only got the minimum age and location available as a control there. Everything else is up to the machine. And some success stories that we've seen in the agency, a jewelry retailer set up their ASC 1 month ahead of their Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales period. They saw that it drove 54% of total website purchases and a 623% return on advertising spend. So really impressive results. And then that home insurance brand, their ASC drove 29% more sales at a 63% cheaper CPA than all their other campaign types. And lastly, a publisher had an infinitesimal growth in sales when they used ASC during their spring offer. So the point here is that it works, the data backs it, it works across multiple verticals and different industries. So it's definitely something that advertisers should be leveraging. And so to recap, the benefits of ASC are it casts the net wider, but not just in terms of audiences, also in terms of placements and creative. It makes campaign management easier. There's not a lot you can optimize, so once it's up and running, that's kind of it. And it offers more creative variety and efficiency. So you can feed it up to 150 different types of creatives, and it takes 1 second for AI to match that creative with the right person. And of course, it can drive infinitesimal returns. But what if you have a catalog, you may ask? Arguably even better. So this can be a bit of a heavier lift for some advertisers because it requires a commerce manager or connecting with a third-party platform, but it promotes your entire catalog of assets. So you feed the machine the catalog, it decides on the ad format, and user A will get either product set or product A, and user B will get product set B. So it's driving that variation, it's driving that really deeply personalized advertising experience and helping with that product discovery. So obviously here the benefits are scalability, and one of the coolest ones for me is the international localization capabilities. So it automatically transfers currencies depending on the country that you're advertising in. So in theory, you could have one global campaign and the machine would do it all. And this is an example of one of the brands that I've been served a few different variations of creative. As I said, it's a very personalized experience. I've seen this brand serve ads in different orders with different products. So it's really helping with that fatigue piece as well. But does it always work? Any Street Fighter fans in the room? You'll probably get the next references. So in round 1, a financial investment client tested interest-based campaigns versus their Advantage Plus shopping. ASC won, so it drove 581% more conversions and a 94% cheaper CPA. Impressions were slightly lower, but reach increased by 174%, and it also helped them tap into a younger demographic. So it showed them that not only was ASC better, but it was more efficient at finding higher quality users. In round 2, that same client went on to exclude their retargeting audiences from ASC. Their interest-based campaign won. So that one drove 148% more conversions at a 56% cheaper CPA, leading them to believe that those retargeting audiences were actually hiding behind the ASC. And then finally, round 3, they created a combined campaign with interests plus retargeting audiences versus their ASC. ASC won, so 6% more conversions and a 31% lower CPA. Ultimately, what could have happened here was that existing users was likely a really powerful signal. ASC is optimized for a purchase goal, so giving them that signal of this is the ideal customer allowed AI to go and find more users like that. So it's likely that their first setup was actually the best. And a bonus round here is make the algorithm work harder. Feed those data insights that you got. Okay, we've got a younger audience that are interested in our product. Go on and create a different campaign targeting them. And then on to creative. So Meta has the AI sandbox, which is their testing playground, which gives some advertisers access to their generative AI capabilities. This can be great for smaller businesses that don't have a lot of creative resource, but also larger businesses because it saves time and money. Now, some of these have been around for ages, so it's old news to some of us, but some of these are newer. Image outcropping is probably one that we're all familiar with, the one that changes the ratio so you can serve on different placements. Background generation is fairly newer, so you can choose up to 4 different backgrounds. I've seen these in catalogs. So again, allowing that creative variety and helping with that creative fatigue piece as well. You can also have a text input, AI output option, which allows you to create a bespoke background. So if you wanted to have New York City lights in the night, you could have that as a background as well. I've actually not seen that option in the wild, but it's something that they're playing around with. And then image templates, probably my least favorite Advantage Plus creative option. It is just because from a brand safety perspective, it's really hard to get it right. However, if you do play around with the fonts and the colors, it can lead to better engagement, higher click-through rates, and better creative rotation, especially if you pair it up with the text improvements. And lastly, Advantage Plus placements. This one's been around for ages. We all know about it, and it does help with reducing those CPMs. And there are many more risks to manage. I don't know who's seen these all auto-applied at one point, or especially that music one. I can't tell you how many times I've disabled it and I've gone into an ad and seen that it's live. Of course, if we approach these with brand safety in mind and testing, these can help drive performance. So that takes us to what's next. In terms of creative, similar to the image outcropping, video optimizing is here. Reels get shared over 3.5 billion times a day. So it's an absolutely important placement for advertisers to have access to, and Meta is making it easier for us. And then the catalog, we're getting the capability to add videos as well as customer demonstrations, and uploading a hero image and letting AI dynamically choose which products to serve. So again, that sales superstar back in action there to help you. With reporting, the performance comparison report, which enables us to validate ASC in comparison to BAU campaign types, and the consumer insights, which splits out prospecting versus existing customers, which is great for the next feature, which is engaged customers. So being able to specify the percentage of budget that you'd like to spend on an existing customer versus returning. I've been put in a new customer pool recently with this very, very nice ad. I didn't buy a plan, so I don't know if it works or not for them, but it's something that you can tell that people are actually already using. And lastly, settings. So maximize conversion value, the ability to pre-schedule temporary budget increases. So if you know you're going to have a peak window, to avoid the campaign from re-entering the learning phase. You can pre-schedule that. And the most exciting, which is Advantage Plus shopping for higher funnel goals. Now, we all know the issues that you can have with the pixel and conversion tracking on Meta. So optimizing for a higher funnel goal rather than that purchase could work even better because it could be more accurate and more powerful. And some light relief. Cool. So the key takeaways, the future is now. Don't fall behind. All of these changes and these losses to control have brought us to where we are now. AI-led signals have improved, and it's enabling a deeply personalized advertising experience. Personally, I wouldn't want to be manually rotating creative like the machine does. And there's data-backed success, not only in one industry, but across multiple now. But as always, AI can benefit from that human hand. So make sure that you're using that extra time to test and make it work harder for you. Thank you very much.